Okay, here's a little video of some more budget tools, but actually pretty decent. They're just well priced. I think I paid like $25 or $28 or something, somewhere around there for this Master 10-piece 3/8 inch drive impact stubby Torx socket set. A lot of words there. I haven't done many videos of Aries. Comes in some plain packaging. They are made in Taiwan. At least they list everything that it comes with. Not a lot else to talk about that. They come on an aluminum rail, and I actually do like that, just because they are pretty rigid and they are versatile. Although, you know, using these plastic things that just squeeze onto the ends, they do fall off. But the nice thing about these rails is they can be set up to where you can have them double-sided, and I do like that. Kind of like Tecton's new rails. Anyway, these things caught my attention, one for being a stubby set, but really, I have some other stubby ones, but only a 4-piece set in these power Torx. And that's what ends up happening in a lot of auto parts stores, is they just actually Napa and I think CarQuest are the exceptions. Most of them just have short basic sets. They don't have complete sets. And so that's kind of why I wanted here was a complete set, all an actual 3/8 inch drive, not a set that's like some 1/4 inch, some 3/8, some 1/2 inch. From T25 through T70, and that's a mighty Torx socket. This Torx fastener could easily exceed the strength of the 3/8 inch drive, but it's nice that they did that. They did align them with the laser etching. I don't think they roll stamped them. Nope, Aries is saving some money by not roll stamping these, so that is a disappointment, because of course the laser etching can wear off. As far as the machine and everything else, they actually look pretty nice. I mean, I checked them out. The input side is pretty good. They have actual undercuts. They don't have a through hole like most impact sockets, surprisingly enough. Fluted drive. And I do like that, well, it's being a 10-piece, it's a complete set, so it's going to have the T27, the T47, the T55, and I think they just include the T70 for grins. Or if the fastener just happens to not be that tight. Anyway, if we do compare that, let's compare the same sizes. These are truly stubby. And if we compare them to the power Torx, I think, quite frankly, both of these could easily come out of the same factory. That's the easiest way I can say it. I did have some older great neck ones here, and you can see these are quite a bit shorter than these great necks. And if you compare to like traditional Torx sockets, where it's a socket with a bit pressed into it, we're getting down to almost half the size. That makes a difference, you know, if you have, especially a lot of cars, door hardware, especially the door latches and the door frames, are often Torx. You can get real close access to them, and it's nice to have a real stubby socket so that you can just deliver a little bit more force. When you have longer sockets and you just press on a bar, it has more likelihood to want to tilt and rock over. So that's why I always like using as short a socket as possible, especially with breaker bars, just because there's less bending force, which means more of your force is actually going to turning it. Anyway, not a lot else to say about these. I guess the only thing you could mention is maybe they should have come with like a T20, even a T15, but that's getting kind of more into semantics, because even on T25, that is just a tiny little post on a big old socket. Also, and one of the reasons sets like these, even Taiwanese decent made ones like Aries, can be so cheap is it's actually obvious. If you look, the diameter of the base of all these is the same size, so they're not having to, and then the bits themselves are all machined. So what that means is, instead of like sockets where even if you can use the same stock size for a couple of different size sockets, but most times, but throughout a set, you're still going to have a bunch, 8, 10, 12 different sizes of rod that you have to cut up and forge and manufacture. Or when you're doing something that each socket already has to be machined, because it's just not worth it to make a forging die that can really be accurate with something as complex as Torx sockets, they can use all the same stock size, and that does make it cheaper to manufacture. It actually kind of makes up for the fact that you have to machine each one of the ends of the bits. Little piece of knowledge there. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, Catus Maximus out.